Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. So I think it's time to do the Record Breaker campaign again. I know I just did it. I know. We're gonna call this Record Breaker Season 2. I can't think of anything even more, more creative than that, or Round 2 Fight, something like that. But so I've got a few ideas to make it even quicker. Last season or last run, I was able to do it in 60 years, which is pretty good. The previous record was 67. I think I could have done it in probably 55 years if the Abyssinia, like Seljuk thing with the Decadence invasion hadn't stopped me from taking over this whole area. But this time we're going to focus exclusively on speed of world conquest. What I failed to do last time was I tried to maybe break multiple records at once. I was thinking, oh, I'll try to go for the most prestige, and I'll go for this, and I knew I could do the world conquest in faster than 67 years, but some of the things that I was doing were actually slowing it down. So this time, prestige be damned, prisoner count, just everything be damned. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is making the world conquest as fast as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the Magyars again, because they are just the one to do it with, I think. And we can't use the ruler designer because that's against the rules. I do have the updated interface adjust mod enabled, which will make multiple wars very easy to do. We're going to do the same type thing here, but here's the big difference. I am not going to have vassals. Like, any. Like, the plan is to just be every single holding we get, we're going to keep. And what ends up happening is we lose 90% of the domain income of the world, basically, everything we own. But we don't have to worry about giving out titles, which takes a lot of time. We don't have to worry about vassal opinion, which is annoying. We're just going to conquer everything. Now, this might get complicated if I have too many children under Gavelkind succession, but that is the plan. And we're also going to just truce break like crazy. So first things first, though, we do want to take, I guess, become exalted among men doesn't really apply if we're not worried about opinion, does it? But we do need the prestige because we're going to break truces, so that's fine. Let's go with the Exalted Among Men, just like before. And let's go ahead and get married ourselves. We'll marry the Princess of Comania, just like before. That's just the right thing to do. She turns when now? Actually, there's already two princesses who are old enough. Yeah, we'll just take that one. And we'll marry my son to the other. That one. Oh, he's already considering an offer, that's right. Okay, so before we move in, I'm so excited to do this. It's going to be so much better this time. We're going to wait to raise the levy until we actually have the marriages done, because we'll have slightly higher opinion that way. We're going to send our guy to improve diplomatic relations here. We're going to grant a title. We're going to have vassals for the first war. And then after that, once we go over the domain limit from conquering Bulgaria, we are no longer going to have any vassals. Get these guys capped out on opinion as best I can. That'll help out with raising levies again. And we've got our first marriage. We'll take the prestige this time. And then we'll take my son and marry him off to the other Princess of Comania. Take the prestige yet again. Alright, so just like before, we are going to start off the same way. We want to siege everything. This is, and here's something else that I've learned. This is the Conquest of Hungary. So it's an invasion of Hungary. Contested title is the Kingdom of Hungary. So one thing you can do if you want to just conquer things faster is I don't actually have to siege any of this. But it is, I still think, better to siege the top holding. If you don't siege the top holding, then these become vassals. If you do siege the top holding, then you get the land yourself and you can do what you want with it. Alright, so now is going to be the time where we raise the follow-up levies. And we're going to move in. And what we want to do is, like before, I think we want to just advance. And we'll send, say, you guys here, you guys can go here, You guys are there. You can move up to Belgorod. We'll see. So the beginning's going to be pretty much the same, but it's going to branch off. Like if you're thinking that this is, oh, it's just the same thing, I'm not going to watch this. Well, please do, because it's going to be very, very different as soon as this war is over. Because I am not going to be doing really anything the same as it was before. Alright, looks like we can break off the smaller little bits of this army. These 64 men, maybe they'll be able to make the difference there. We'll see. That should work, I think. Now we'll get those 3. And we're just going to wait. And we don't want to crush this guy's army right away, because then that's what causes these guys to rebel. Cool, we might become brave. We didn't become brave. That's too bad. Not that it really matters, because we're not going to have any vassals. Little bastard vassals. Little dummies is what they are. Alright, so now we're successfully starting to siege everything, which is good. I actually have a vassal who is Slavic for some reason. Probably kill him. We are his heir after all. He loves me. I mean, I spent money to improve relations, fulfilled his marriage wish, whatever, all kinds of stuff, but he's the wrong religion, so... Plus we want that land. We are committed. Look at that, the plot's firing already. Alright, so it looks like he's going to do the thing where they try to go around, which is good. That buys me time. I just want to make sure that this war doesn't change at all. Did it already? No. Croatia is still independent, that's fine. Just have to try again. Plot failed. Okay, we got our first siege underway. Now we have to pay attention to Peremyshl, or whatever it's called, because, you know, that army is going to come around. So I'll probably take this army and bring it up here. Ooh, looks like Wallachia is actually... Or not Wallachia, but what's this place called? Great Moravia. Involved in a little war with Moravia itself. We'll bring them up here to help speed these ones up, because these little tiny weak ones I want to be able to advance past, actually. So we just inherited another title, which is good. Looks like we have increased levy we can raise now. Apparently there's a Peasant Revolt here. Awesome. Sounds like we got a new plan for you. Naturally there'd be a Peasant Revolt on top of my army. Of course. Makes sense. Hopefully this army can get there before anything really bad happens to that levy. In fact, this army is going to need to go here to support it, I think. One thing I would like to do is turn off siege pop-ups. They're so annoying. But there's some of them you just cannot turn off. It's just not possible. Okay, yep, so he's coming around. I'm perfectly content with him sieging my holdings. It makes no difference to me whatsoever. But I think he's instead going to continue to go all the way through to Korsun and try to get over here. That's what this army's here to do. It's to bodyguard. So we'll advance the tinier army since the holding has been sieged. Same thing with this one. And as he comes through... You know what we should do? We should siege his vassals first. Just to make sure that they don't rebel. Go there. And go there. Yep, so I think he's going to go to Korsun, and then he's going to go to here, and then he's going to try to go to Olvia. Surprisingly, he's not going here. Probably because this army's on the way. Tag, you're it. Yep, he is coming through here. So he's trying to get to these weaker armies. Eventually, I will need to fight it. I just don't want to do it yet. So let's let him maybe siege some of these holdings back, and then we will eventually deal with his army. Again, if you're not familiar with the mechanics of it, the problem is that he's got, you know, vassals who want to rebel against him, and if I crush his army, then they will potentially rebel because they'll see his strength is down and just decide that it's a good idea. And we don't want that. We want to just kill his vassals first and then kill his army so that no one can rebel, so that we get as much land from this war as possible. I think we're doing a pretty good job of spreading out. He's coming back around the mountains for some reason. This army will be right next door to these smaller three. We could get a tiny bit more. In fact, I could also raise mercenaries, which would be insane, wouldn't it? Let's do it. Just to speed up the process. Naturally, I raise them in a place where they're going to get killed. Awesome. Sweet, dude. Well, that's disappointing. There goes all the money from that. I should have saved the money and raised mercenaries before creating the army that you get, the event spawned army. Oh well, you know, whatever. They're gonna distract him at least, I guess. And it can still be used, even if it's only 800 men strong. It'll still be useful for sieging. I just wanted to siege one more holding at a time is all I was trying to do. You jerks. You chasing me still? Of course you are. And of course he will catch me too. It's a diversionary tactic. Oh, the min-maxer in me wants to restart. No, we can't do that. It's doing fine. A tiny little thing like this in the beginning of the game is not going to really upset the balance. This army is going to need to come back. Play tag with these smaller ones, I think. And he might spend time sieging, which would be fine with me, actually. It wouldn't bother me at all, because while he's sieging 1, I'm sieging 6. So that's a good trade for me. Yep, so we're going to trade... Oh, nope, he's chasing. Okay, that's fine, actually. And we'll probably just use this army here to scare him off, then. Oh, no, he's actually willing to have the main battle happen. He'll arrive on July. I'll arrive in June. That's actually the army that I'm leading, so we'll have a defensive bonus in the mountains with a river crossing penalty. He's really foolish here. I don't actually want this battle to happen, though. So let's wait until we're like 1 day away from him arriving. So it'll be like June 29th, June 30th. And then let's just like send all of these armies that way for a day to scare him, and then let him go back to sieging. Because I don't want him to engage me. Not yet. Not while he's got all these vassals over here to still siege. I feel like I'm playing chess. Now he's probably coming around maybe to try to get down to this army or this one. Be my guess, just based on the movement. Belgorod to Galaz. There's a Torquian Peasant Revolt. Awesome. Gotta love those. That's 2 now. Maybe he'll go take care of that. Go fight your peasants. Keep your peasants in check, dude. Yeah, he's definitely going to this army. We'll double back the bigger army to protect. And this, I think, might get caught before it finishes its siege. Nope, he's actually going for the tiny one here. September 5th, September 8th, so we're going to get away. This army's, you know, playing linebacker. It's almost here. September 8th, he'll arrive there. Now he's going for Ferrer. We'll be there on the 10th. He'll be there on the 19th. Now he's turned around. We advance this one. Now he's trying to go to Burlad, which won't work. This is actually not enough men to siege, surprisingly. Can we take just a couple men to that one? Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to take a break here, and in the next video, I expect we'll end this war and then start truce breaking. So, thanks for watching, everyone. See you again soon.